basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Some NBA players surprise fans during the season because, when no one expects them, they ask to be traded to other teams. And these changes impact the NBA, because some teams grow and become favorites for the championship, and teams that lose their stars need to have a new renewal process. The Warriors have a reputation for bringing in big stars, and it could happen again. Rumors: Warriors want to take the Bucks' biggest star. The Warriors are willing to get rid of some players and to bring in Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Warriors will give up one of the fans' favorites, Brandin Podziemski. Any team that trades for the Warriors will want Brandin Podziemski, and because they have Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Warriors will need a package deal with Brandin Podziemski, Jonathan Kuminga, Andres Wiggins, and a few more. Warriors have a rich history of forming super teams. The Warriors are no strangers to drafting and acquiring top talent in the league. Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson willed the franchise to their first-ever championship in 2015 and a dynastic run that lasted through the 2021-22 season, while Curry and now Phoenix Suns superstar Kevin Durant put the league on notice by winning 2 titles between 2017 and 2018. Now that Durant is 5 years removed from his departure from Golden State and the Warriors are looking to elongate their championship window following Thompson's exit to the Dallas Mavericks last summer, Antetokounmpo is the latest former MVP that the front office is in line to pursue to remain contenders for the foreseeable future. The Greek Freak would form a historic duo next to his fellow former 2-time league MVP contemporary Curry. Golden State currently has a major void in their frontcourt, and the 7-foot Antetokounmpo could satisfy that as their starting power forward with Draymond Green and Kevin Looney manning the center slot. Antetokounmpo is currently averaging 31 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per contest on the year. He is under contract until 2027-28, where he'll make $66.8 million in the final year of his deal. Financially, the Warriors would likely have to include former 2022 All-Star Andrew Wiggins, DeAnthony Melton, and their most attractive young talent in Jonathan Kuminga in a trade package to land the Bucks superstar. The Golden State Warriors have made an impressive opening with a 5-1 record to start the season, but that won't dissipate potential trade speculation after previous activity in the summer. Yet if you thought the idea of trying to land both Paul George and Lauri Markkanen was a blockbuster ambition during the offseason, things could reach a whole new level when it comes to the latest star linked to the Warriors. The Warriors have been linked to a trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. As the Milwaukee Bucks' early season form goes from bad to worse, conjecture on the future of Giannis Antetokounmpo continues to grow. Following a significant report from Bill Ryder of CBS Sports earlier in the week, longtime NBA insider Mark Stein has offered his latest on the Antetokounmpo situation in a report on Sunday. Within it, a direct discussion on Golden State's previous interest in Antetokounmpo, and the potential of them being firmly in place to make a run at the 2x MVP if he becomes available. Golden State and Miami were well known to be in a serious state of readiness/anticipation to try to pursue Antetokounmpo before he signed his first extension in December 2020, Stein wrote. Rest assured that their respective interest has not dimmed. Stein spoke of 4 teams that could potentially be primed to pursue an Antetokounmpo trade, with the New York Knicks and Brooklyn Nets also placed alongside the Warriors and Heat. Miami and Brooklyn were also mentioned as possible preferred destinations for the 29-year-old in Ryder's report. A 1-point loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers relegated the Bucks to a 1-5 record to start the season, that despite Antetokounmpo averaging 31 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 6.3 assists on 63.3% shooting from the floor. The situation could quickly escalate if Milwaukee's season continues to free fall, with one rival executive even telling Ryder that a move before the February 6 trade deadline wouldn't be a surprise. The idea of pairing one of the greatest interior forces in NBA history with the greatest outside shooter of all time is a tantalizing one for many Golden State fans. Antetokounmpo was viewed as the dream trade target for the Warriors in a report from The Athletic in February, and the franchise's inability to acquire either George or Markkanen leaves them still in position to pursue a different blockbuster move. Trading for Antetokounmpo would be akin to landing Kevin Durant in the free agency of 2016, albeit it would require mortgaging a lot in the way of players and future assets. If the Warriors want to give Stephen Curry the best shot at a fifth NBA championship, this might be the emerging pathway to making it happen. Steve Kerr's strong Andrew Wiggins admission will fire up Warriors fans. Is Andrew Wiggins primed for a big bounce-back season? The Golden State Warriors are banking on it. Even with the departure of four-time NBA champion and Bay Area icon Klay Thompson, the Golden State Warriors enter the 2024-25 season with renewed hopes that this franchise that has won 4 of the last 10 NBA titles can once again contend for the sport's biggest prize. Reasons for hope range from Stephen Curry's continued brilliance, to Draymond Green's Defensive Player of the Year aspirations, to a young crop of talent that could soon be ready to pop. And then there's Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins may be a bit of a sore spot for Warriors fans, but there's no way around the fact that in a very small sample size this season, the 11-year veteran looks like the guy he was the last time the Dubs had serious championship aspirations. In 4 games, Wiggins is averaging 18.5 points and 5.8 rebounds per game. He's shooting 51% from the field and a scalding hot 57% on 6 three-pointers per game. Shooting splits like these won't last, but at the very least, it's a sign that Andrew Wiggins has brushed off 2 difficult years, both on and off the court, and is ready for a significant bounce back in the 2024-25 season. I think he's in a place where he knows the last couple years have been tough for a lot of reasons, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said, per Kendra Andrews of ESPN.com. I think he's primed to get back to where he was a couple years ago. It looks like he's primed to have a hell of a season. Wiggins missed the final 25 games of the 2022-23 season, and then saw his play suffer throughout the 2023-24 campaign as he was attempting to balance life in the NBA with caring for his ailing father, former NBA player Mitchell Wiggins, who fell ill in early 2023. Throughout Wiggins' absence, the Warriors remained tight-lipped about this private personal matter, respecting Wiggins, who Kerr called a very private person. It wasn't until after Mitchell Wiggins passed away in July of this year that it became clear that his son had understandably been having a hard time with one of the most heart-wrenching challenges one needs to go through in this experience we call life. Fortunately for Andrew Wiggins, he plays for a coach in Steve Kerr who not only tragically lost his father when he was in college, but also understands that human events should always take precedent over what's happening on the hardwood. It's been a tough 2-year stretch. He got off to such an amazing start in 2022, he was an all-star the year before, a champion, and then when his dad got sick it really derailed him, Kerr said. I think it's important to let him know that we care about him and then give him his space. He's a guy who needed his space. Andrew Wiggins could be the key to unlock Warriors' championship chase. Wiggins took his time and space, and now he's back with the Warriors with hopes that a summer of hard work with Golden State's coaching staff will allow him to return where he was back in June 2022. History will paint the 2022 NBA Finals as the final crowning achievement of the Warriors' Big Three of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, and in some regard, it was. But it was Andrew Wiggins who was Golden State's second-best player in that finals series. Wiggins made life hell for Jason Tatum, who shot just 37% in 6 finals games. On the other end of the floor, Wiggs was Golden State's second leading scorer and their leading rebounder. While it may seem far-fetched to think that an Andrew Wiggins leap, or rather, a return to peak form, could be coming, it's important to remember that he's still only 29 years old and will be given every opportunity to succeed in Golden State. Their championship hopes may depend on it.